Hello, all. Welcome back. Jesus. Hopefully, you having a good day. You're ready to enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday Eve. On the way in, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. I'll have our co hosts introduce themselves and then we'll get started.
Ladies first. Go ahead, Ro.
What up, y'all? This is Famous Homie. I'm sorry about the delay. My mic was off, but I'm glad to be here tonight because I got the topic pre. Man, I'm ready to get it. But make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends about us.
Hi everybody, it's Rose. Happy Thursday.
That's it. I thought you were gonna give us a Mary J. Blige dance or something.
Didn't you say Lil Kim earlier?
I said Lil Kim earlier.
I can't do Little Kim. I'll be kicked off of YouTube.
You gonna do the pose, the Lil Kim
You gonna do
pose?
the poll?
You gonna do the pose? Oh man,
Welcome to our home, y'all.
she looking like a clown. Lil Kim need to stop with that shit. She needs to really
That's right.
stop. She's
That's
ruining
that's
my
her
childhood
signature
fantasy.
now.
She's teaching it in the
Her
class.
signature. That's
Did
her
y'all see her
signature.
teaching it to people?
She
She
can't be
is?
serious.
I saw it on the
Hey.
internet. She was teaching it to people.
I can't even
Shout
look
out to
at
Lil Kim.
50 ruined it with Kim for me. 50 ruined it. Did y'all see when 50 posted that because him and Kim was going back and forth, 50 petty. So 50 posted it's the little leprechaun thing like
Oh
ducking back.
yes.
I can't not see that no more.
And that's how she really looked. When I seen
That's
her
what
in
I'm
real
saying.
life, I was like, she messed up her body. Like she messed up her whole entire body from her face down to her feet.
She did. I can't unsee that little leprechaun now. I
Yeah,
can't.
she
Like,
was perfect. Like she was perfect. It was
she
nothing wrong with
was.
her.
Kim
I
was
see
bad.
pictures
Like
of
she was
her
bad.
before.
She was
Kim was
perfect.
bad.
You can
Kim
get
was
it.
bad.
You can
Yes.
get it.
Kim was bad in the 90s. She definitely could have
Yeah.
Look,
gotten
you
it.
can get it.
She
Anyways,
could have diddied me for sure. She could have got me when I was a kid and I wouldn't have said nothing.
It's probably a lot of people she did and didn't say nothing.
Right.
he said he could have did it because she could have did it.
She could have got me as a kid. I wouldn't have said a word, boy.
She was bomb. She was bomb.
Wow.
Burnt out. See, we starting off
My
burnt
bad.
already.
My bad. I know I started. My bad. This is JoJo Habanero. IT project manager by day, cigar enthusiast by night. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start nothing. My bad.
I cannot control people. I need to put my disclaimer back in the bottom. I am not responsible for the others. If you have something to say to them, go to their shit. Don't say it on my shit.
Listen.
Okay.
Let me add to that, y'all.
Okay. So let
I'm
me be
burnt.
fair. Let me open it up before you start.
Okay.
To be fair, y'all look, a YouTuber is a person. Okay. Y'all be behind these keyboards popping off, and you cannot get mad at people for popping off back. If you could dish it, you need to be able to take it. Last
Right.
week, I held the team back out of respect for the group that mattered. That was simply to because we were sorry for how things came out or how you received it. That's what we were sorry for. I did not change a single part of my message. What I had to do was hurry up and delete certain things. And that is my brother. That is my twin that I've known forever. And that is a male in our life. You cannot just come to people's stuff and think you can say whatever you want and they ain't gonna pop off. So I'm letting you know, or not even pop off, correct you or respond. I can't do that no more. These are grown people and I matter to them. So going forward, if you choose to come here and misbehave, because you can say what you need to say without saying it the way some of the people said the stuff. I can't do nothing no more. That is my disclaimer because my brother already have a feeling in my soul that he's about to address it because I said no last week, but not this week.
And she knows me. She knows she's definitely right. I'm about to address this shit. I'm just about to be real brief.
Okay.
All right. Listen. Her and Rose are sorry for how it came out. I'm gonna tell you right now, when I say some shit, I'm never sorry for how you take it or for how it came out. I don't give a fuck. I give no fucks about how anybody take anything I say. I said what I said, and I'm gonna say it with my chest. And I wasn't meant to be here that day. Okay, I wasn't meant to be here at all, because me, I go back and forth with you. I get in them comments and rip you a new asshole real fast. Like, come at me with some bullshit if you want to. I hurt your motherfucking feelings. So I'm not holding back from nobody. So if you want to come up here and cut up, at your discretion. Okay. So now we can proceed with the show.
That's what happens when you let a man lead. So we have nothing to say, right, bro?
Shit.
I need a blunt, and I don't even smoke. Jesus.
I just had one.
Let me help you.
I just had one.
I understand. But to be fair to the people that it mattered, we wanted to do it the right way first because we do have integrity. But we don't take back what we said. Okay.
I forgot my stand was on.
Okay. So let me share my little pumpkin. So yesterday, Katie baby got her nose pierced. Oh my God. She's just
look at Niecy.
She is so cute. I bought a ponytail like that.
She said I bought
one like that. I love her hair. She's so cute. So we got her nose pierced, and it was so funny because she got it pierced, and she was like, "TT, how is it going to feel?" She was asking me on the way, and I was like, "Oh, everybody's different." Yeah, when I got my nose pierced the first time I fell out the chair, I had to get it done all over and everything. So
mine didn't hurt when I got mine done.
Really?
But I got
my equilibrium. I literally was like, I failed. No.
Damn.
Mine didn't hurt. They did it. You got yours done with that gun, huh?
Yeah, way back.
Yeah, I got mine done with the long needle.
Oh, okay. I heard it's a different way to do it now. So since I didn't know, I didn't say nothing. I was just like, everybody's different. So she gets it done, and immediately she turns red, and I see her cussing under her breath, and I'm like, you could cuss. I'm not even gonna be mad.
She like, God damn.
And mine said, I don't know. That lady had talked so much. It took like 30 minutes by the time when she did it. I was like, oh, that's it. But a tear did come on my eyes, but I thought it was going to be way worse than that. I was just like, oh, that's it.
And your nose is different, though. We have a thicker nose.
Yeah, my nose is thin.
Yeah, we have a thicker nose. So, baby, it's like getting your up here pierced or right here.
And I won't get those pierced.
Yeah, it's very sensitive. So,
yeah, fuck that. I'm good.
Ooh, baby. So let's get started on the topic. So my cousin called me and said, hey, did you know that people or podcasts with men are starting to talk about women and the BBLs that they're getting, and they want natural bodies? So I was like, what? That's a real thing? Because that's interesting to me because for several reasons. One, let's take it back to the most recent and most talked about. When Black China expressed that she wanted to just be Angela and get it removed and be a different person and all of these things, so many people talk trash about her as if it wasn't okay for her to just want to be herself. So to now hear this, it was kind of interesting that males are doing this on their podcast. Let me play the first clip, and then you will understand why. Because you can talk about anything, but I just find it strange that we're trying to get new Kevin Samuels out here. So let's take a look.
Can we bring back women with real bodies, please? Can we bring back women whose thighs actually touch together? Can we bring back women with stretch marks, please? Can we bring back titties with natural sag? You know, they're just beautiful. They just got that perfect, like that hang to them and that little stretch mark at the top that go from each side. Like, can we bring back women with natural, full, beautiful, succulent lips, please? Can we bring back women that are not afraid of the cellulite or the things that make them a woman? Can we stop trying to encourage and uplift these women that's getting all of the things that make you unique snatched out? You tell me what's wrong with a fupa. You tell me what's wrong with a little bit of stomach. You tell me what woman that's watching this video right now that got love handles, but has it ever stopped you from getting the man that you wanted? Then what are you trying to get rid of it for? It takes confidence for you to embrace and love that natural body in this plastic day and age. Can we bring back women who are not afraid to wear their natural hair? Can we bring back women who are confident without lashes? I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, sir.
So as the resident black girl, the
Look,
resident plus size, the resident fat girl, can we bring back what? Every time y'all talk of men and women talk about somebody, you talk about people with fupas, fat girls, love him. Y'all can't keep our name out your motherfucking mouth. So how dare you? At least if you were going to say that, you could have at least given credit to the fact that I'm sorry we pushed you into this place. Or I'm sorry for those men that have, but I don't like that. But to talk over it as if women just woke up one day and said, I don't like the way I look. I don't want to do this anymore. That is so unfair and so untrue. And I don't like it. What do y'all think?
So
look, I couldn't even get my words out. I'm like,
I'm just gonna stop there so everybody could talk.
I really wanted to say this, Fro, before you did, because I think it's important for this point to be made up about this.
Okay.
Y'all, you know, as sad as what I'm about to say is, this first part, you know, you guys can defend yourselves, but then you're looking like crazy black women, angry black, you know, what do they say, ABS, angry black women, like no one's hearing you. So I think it's time for men to hold men accountable. So that's why I wanted to speak first.
Oh, sorry.
So what I will say to that's a podcast. You men that are out there being sassy, like, y'all, what are y'all talking about? Y'all are sitting up here, they can't do anything right. First they're too big, then they're too small, then they're too fake, then they're too natural, then it's always some fucking complaining. Women are literally trying to do their best and be their best, to look their best, of course, for themselves, but they want to look best for their men. So they are trying. Why are we sitting up here going back and forth and always speaking on a fucking woman's body? Why are we always doing that? Y'all niggas need to stop that shit. Y'all gay ass niggas. Y'all must be gay or something. And no offense to gay people, but y'all just need to come out and say you gay. You're misogynist. You don't like women. You like your boys more than you like women. You over here commenting on women's bodies, too fat, too skinny, too fake, too real. Shut the fuck up. Okay, listen, this is what I'm gonna say this. I don't care if it's fake or if it's real. It really don't matter that much to me, as long as it look good. Now, if we want a different subject, is getting it done right. You know, of course, it doesn't look right if you have this big old gigantic badonkadonk with thighs skinny like this. Of course, that don't match up. So, of course, that's not going to be appealing like that. But does it matter to be fake or real? No. Does it matter if her hair is short or she got a weave or she don't? No. Men stop commenting on women's bodies and their appearances, because at the end of the day, they can't even please y'all niggas. Y'all niggas sound gay because y'all don't like them when they got fake bodies. Y'all don't like them when they got real bodies. Y'all don't like them when they got natural hair. Y'all don't like them when they got short hair. Y'all don't like them when they got makeup. Y'all don't like them when they don't got makeup. Shut the fuck up and stop commenting on women's bodies, because y'all niggas sound real gay.
Rose?
thank you.
Right.
But I will say that they say that all the time, but those are not the women that they praise. They always saying that now, like, oh, bring natural bodies back. Well, which women do you got 100, 200, 300K views and likes under they page and pictures? It's not regular girls. It's the girls that shape like that. So come on, which ones do y'all really want?
Stop playing.
Like, for real. And that's why women are, y'all saying bring natural bodies back. But like he said, y'all the reason why women went out to get BBLs, because these are the women that y'all praise. So now y'all tired of it and y'all want regular women without anything enhanced. Come on now, make up, like he said, make up your mind. And I feel like some women, most women, I feel like that have got BBLs and stuff do get it for the attention, but some people get stuff done just because they don't like it. Like some people don't like fupas. I hate mine, and I'm still gonna get it taken out.
And that's your right.
And that's
there's
because
nothing wrong
I
with it.
want to. It
There's
ain't
nothing
because
wrong with it.
yeah, it ain't because of no
You
man.
haven't had anyone kiss on it. That's why. You don't have anyone kiss on it. That's why. I'm sorry. I'm shutting this conversation down. First of all, okay, these type of women never left. He's talking about bringing back.
Thank
They
you.
never left.
We get
They
credit.
never left. They never left. They're always here. If guys don't go for it, hey, that's more for me. I always
Thank
like
you.
people up
Facts.
here. I
Facts.
always like them sexy. Come on, look,
Okay,
I
more for me.
understand. Everybody likes to glance at a Ferrari. But I like my Toyota. I like my Toyota. So, okay, some girls do, and then they have a big triple D's and then a small waist and then a fat ass. Normal people not like that. Look, this is what I think. I think that girls see guys look at the Ferrari and think that that's what we want. So when the guy liked the pictures, she's thinking, oh, if I don't look like that. But I don't think I don't think that's it. If a guy was with a girl and stepped outside that relationship with a girl that looked different than the one he was with, than the one he was with, she's thinking it must be the look or the looks alone. It's not just the look. Sometimes it's how she treated you and so on and so forth. So I'm just saying, sometimes you look at a Ferrari, it looks good, but I like my Toyota. I love my Toyota. I
But
love it.
why she gotta be a
But
Toyota just because she ain't got a BBL? Why she gotta
I was
be?
gonna say it's subjective.
no.
You
How I'm
you could
how
love
I'm
different.
No,
making the
what you're
comparison?
saying is one is shiny, one is expensive, but
One is
that is not what
shiny.
his love
There
is.
we
Might
go.
be
That's
something
not
that
what we
caught my eye,
love.
and
What
that's fair.
we see that's shiny is shiny, but the one we have at home, that don't mean she's not shiny. She's shining in other ways. That's cool. That's fine. And again, the saying to bring him back is like they never left. They're
They never
all over the
left.
place. And if
Right.
Yeah,
these
they
guys
never
don't
left.
want it,
It's
if these
those are the
guys
ones
don't
that
want it,
people.
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine for me. That's more
They
for me.
still there. Great point.
Hey, that's more for me. They
First
Big
of
never
all,
left.
you
facts.
only
They
have one
Big
are
spouse.
the
facts.
most natural women, are
Right.
the most beautiful women on earth, period, point blank. That's it.
Here's my question, and I've said it forever. Women don't do it as much in this space because I want the man for me. One, I don't give a fuck what your homeboys look like. I don't care what your family look like. I don't care what all these other men look like. What does that matter to me? I care about the one
Right.
that I want.
Right.
You out here talking about bitch like
Facts.
you can't get all of us.
Right.
You can't. That's not even possible. So that's why it looked real sassy. Like my brother said, it looks sassy as fuck. Because why is your focus on what every woman
Come on.
looks like? I can't stand lashes either, but do like that are all far above. But why does that matter? I
Right.
don't
I
understand.
think
That's not
it's
me.
just the thing is, I think what doesn't look right to me looking at other women is the exaggerated ones, like the exaggerated,
But that's
like
not my place, bro. If that's what that woman wants to do, it's never
yeah.
going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are creating a whole space where you're talking about this, but are you creating a whole space where you're utilizing your platform to uplift women? Because you literally just dogged us trying to tell us what to do yet again. So if we now switch and do that, we're still listening to you. That's the point. Ron is right. You are the leader. You do have influence. That is what's going to matter. If you are looking at, for example, that Ferrari and you drool over that Ferrari and you don't drool over the one you have at home, you have created a problem as well because you're not feeding into what is yours. Take all that energy and put it into doing something better. What
Facts.
difference does it make? Unless you're saying, hey, y'all, we have some concerns. Y'all going to get this shit and we tired of hearing that y'all dying. Make that your platform.
Right.
Because otherwise, what purpose does it have? You know what I mean?
Right.
And to say it now is very interesting because I literally put that stuff over his saying because how far do corsets go back? And where did corsets start? Oh, they didn't start with us. We couldn't even afford it. We couldn't go in no room to get no surgery. We couldn't do all of that stuff. The shit didn't start with us. Are you jealous? I don't understand. It just does not make any sense to me because it didn't start with us. The first surgeons, why you saying is we started it? No, y'all did. It was a male who did the first BBL surgery. It was a male who did the first tummy tuck. If you don't think we're a problem, you went so far as to create that. That subconsciously is telling us that you have a problem with it. So why would we, like, it's double, it doesn't make any sense. You're double talking and you sound like a fool and you need a lineup because you have bigger problems, sir.
Yeah,
Worry about yourself.
Yeah, you got to realize how this whole thing even started. How did this even become a thing? Because men had babies with women, and their dumbasses don't understand fucking simple science that if you have a baby, your body's going to stretch out, and you're probably not going to look the same after a couple kids. And they sit up here and tear these women down and call them fat and unattractive and just be assholes to them. And while they're going through postpartum depression and kill their self-esteems, they kill their fucking self-esteems to where, yeah, you might crash out and say, I'm about to get this ginormous booty because, you know what I'm saying? I know people that's personally been through this, that's been torn down by a man so bad that, you know what I'm saying, at young, when you're young, let's say you have babies at 18, 19, 20 years old, and you 21 you used to had this Coke bottle shape, perfect, no stomach in high school. Then all of a sudden you 22 with FUPA, you know what I'm saying, with stretch marks. You're insecure as fuck because this man have told you you're fat, you're unattractive, you look nasty. You know, I know women that have been through this. So she crash out at 25 and say, fuck this, I'm getting my body done. This thing got me fucked up. Right. And she wants to build her own self-esteem. That's where this happened. Men have done this to women, have torn them down, have torn their self-esteem down, and then now they want to complain again. Oh, well, that's a natural body. Like you said, if you got a girl, why do you care what everybody else look like? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just you don't hear women complaining about can we get this back with men? And men are fucked up. Let's just keep it real here.
He ain't got no hairline.
No, wait, before you even go
the top, bald-headed. I heard those comments.
I listened to the stats, or I looked up the stats. There are more plus size men than there are women. Yeah. That's number one. I looked up the stats and they will be posted. My computer is cutting up, so I can't post it or flip it over. And then I also looked up, because we don't talk about it, since you care about our health, I looked up bulimia. There are actually 10 million women and 20 million men. Reverse that. 20 million women, 10 million men that suffer from that. What? Yes, switch that. It's double for women, but if women are the only ones with a problem, it shouldn't be any number for men, right? Oh, but now,
now is things have changed. You see men go in there and get their stomach done and all
that. But we don't talk about that now. They get whole 6 packs and lipo and muscles and all this other stuff, but we don't talk about that. Talk to your own self. Leave us alone.
Did anybody know that Drake got his body done?
Yeah,
I heard that.
Drake got his body done. Did anybody complain about that? No one complains. No one gives a shit about Drake getting his body done, getting fake 6-pack so he could, you know, The Rock got some shit on his body too. The Rock got some shit got on his body too. There's a lot of these niggas that get these little surgeries and shit, but you don't ever hear a peep about it. Why is it a problem?
It was, what's his name too? I want to say it was Tyrese, if I'm not mistaken.
It might be. I don't put it past none of these things.
Tyrese had said that he get the lab band every time before he do a surgery. He gets the lab band put inside of him so he can lose weight and stuff. Exactly. I think it was Tyrese that had said that.
You see what I'm saying?
And that is so unhealthy.
It's unhealthy and it's all these things, but you don't,
because you could go back. You know, they could go back and take it off.
So, right. So, but that's still a surgery, and every time you go under, you know, you have to sign a paper that says you could die, no matter what it is. Is it that big of a deal? But why? If you're going to talk about it again, use your platform to talk about the men you should be talking to. Why are you only talking and putting us down? I have on lashes right now because my eyes look bigger when I'm on camera. I don't have no problem wearing my regular face. I don't have on makeup. I have on lipstick.
I wear my eyelashes too, but I don't wear those exaggerated ones that look like what's her name on Sesame Street?
Not Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus. That's just what that be looking like. I hate those eyelashes. I get ones that look natural, like a natural eyelash, like that just still makes your eyes, like you said, look big. But I'm about to get
Oh
them ones
God.
that look like I'm about to be on Sesame Street.
But
Like,
whatever you want to do is your face and
yeah, it
your
is your face. But
body.
come
Like
on,
You
ladies,
know what?
do
Sometimes it
better
look
with
cool
these
that's a
on some
whole
eyelashes.
people.
different topic.
Like no cap. Like so, I'm not a fan of them, but I think it depends on the face. Because I had a little shorty a few
Right.
years back that it looked straight on her. I was like, oh, okay, like all right, like it looked straight on her. Like I wasn't mad at it. Now it's not something that I would want for every woman, but it looks straight on her.
I still think it depends on what kind of eyelash, because
Well,
I
that's what
feel
I'm
like
saying. It's for the face. Like
yeah,
if
because
you,
I feel
yeah,
like when I don't wear mine, I look tired and everything. Like I
really.
remember one time I didn't have mine on, and I had went to my cousin's house, and she was like, "Bitch, is you tired or sick?" And then I was like, "I don't got my eyelashes on," and she was like, "I was
If we
like,
can
I wear them."
agree, if we can agree that when it's too much, it's just too much. I get
Yeah,
it,
when
but
it's too much, it's too
when
much.
it's too much, it's too much. But I don't see the argument. I'm sorry, maybe my circles, but these women never left. I don't know what he's talking about. Bring back. They never
I
left. They
see
were
them all the
always here.
time.
They were always here. They never left. I looked once, looked twice, looked like, damn. Yeah, because if you're a good looking woman, you're a good looking woman. I guess some people don't have that and they feel they need to have the features of the type of girl that guys look at. If they don't have that or want to have more than what they already have, I don't know, but I'm sorry, I'm African.
Well,
Natural
bias is
is,
everywhere.
But
is
But
all
out
I
there
know.
in Africa, they shape
Africa,
like
they
that
do it.
already.
Yeah, they do it way more.
Natural is all I know. Okay, I've been in the States for 20 years, so things have changed in the past
Yeah.
20 years. I get that. But from the time I was a little cub to now, it has always been the natural woman, and every single one of them can get it any time of the day, twice on weekends.
But still,
what?
JoJo, in Africa, the women are shapely and curvy out there. Like, not saying they're not out here, but
They
out
are
Yeah.
out here
there,
too. They are
Not
out here.
all, not everybody.
I've
That's
seen girls
No,
out here
they
that
not,
like
bro.
I
They be getting
swear they're
surgery
from
too.
Ghana.
this
I've
is the
seen them out
thing.
here. I swear they're from Ghana. I've seen girls
It's
from Mississippi. I've seen girls from Atlanta. I've seen girls from New York. I've seen girls from LA. I've seen all kinds of girls from
but
Arkansas.
I'm just saying, when I look at stuff, the women from Africa, they mostly all of them are real shapely. Like, they already got the
They be getting
body.
procedures done as well.
but
Not
okay.
the overwhelming
I think
majority.
it that's why I say it doesn't matter
It
because
doesn't, right? It
because
doesn't.
that's the whole point is everybody is not blessed. Everybody is not blessed to be shaped like a Coke
No,
bottle
they
Yeah.
when they
aren't.
come out.
Mhm.
Everybody is not blessed to have hips, ass, any of that shit. So
Right.
you can't. Why be mad at somebody that wants it, that wants to get it? Let them fucking
It's
get
not
it.
right.
Like
Right.
I know, I personally know some girls with BBLs, and I know a few that look good with their BBLs. Now, don't nobody else know they got BBLs, but I know. But
Okay.
it looks straight. It looks straight on them. Like it don't look
I
bad
feel
at all.
I feel
There's
like
some,
if a woman wanted to get a BBL for herself, that's fine.
yeah.
Don't be getting it to draw attention and think you gonna get a man because of that. Get the BBL because you want to get it. That'd
Yeah.
be my thing. Don't get it
I
for
think
nobody else.
most women do that though. I think there's
No,
the
they
ones
don't.
that fly off we have the ones that do fly off the ledge and the ones that got the false motives. But I think most women do it for themselves. I think
I do
most
too.
do.
I don't.
I think most
I do
do it for
too.
themselves.
Because
I
when
think you
they
have
look in the
some,
mirror, they don't
yeah.
like something
They
and they
don't like
want
what
that
they
something.
see. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
like what you see, why is anybody mad that anybody's trying to improve and make something better that they don't like what they see with their own self? Why is anybody mad about that? Like if you don't like what you see and you got the bread and you're willing to go under the knife to fix it, by all means fucking do it. Like I have no
Yeah, I don't
issues
feel
with it
like nothing is
because
wrong with it either. I just feel like they don't need to go
I'm smacking
far.
whether it's real or fake. I'm just saying I'm smacking
I was
real
I was I
fake.
was just, I was
I
just
don't
gonna
give a
ask Ron
fuck.
How do you know which is
Bro,
real and which is fake?
I don't give a fuck. Okay, I can tell you, I probably had some fake ones that I didn't care to ask. While we about to do it, do you think I'm about to while I'm smashing? Oh, is this fake or is this real? Is anybody asking that question? I don't give a fuck if that shit is fake or real. So, like, come on, bro.
So let me
I
play
agree with the
another
lady.
one of what a man is saying. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna play another one, and then because it's the last one for this, and then you got. We'll come back to JoJo. He'll be first. Oh God, StreamYard is getting on my
The truth
nerves.
is this. You don't like yourself without makeup, so that's why you don't believe that we can like you without makeup. That's the truth. You don't like what you look like without lashes now. You done got so accustomed to makeup and lashes and having weave down your back that you don't accept yourself without it, so you don't believe that your man can accept you without. We don't give a fuck about makeup. We don't care about. Do you know how many times we see our chicks with makeup and be like, wipe that shit off? We like naturally beautiful women. It's cool if you want to get glammed up for an event, but that shit's a headache to be seeing that shit every single fucking day. Who the fuck want to see eyelashes this long? Who wants to, like, what's sexy about that? What's attractive about that? Your eye looking all irritated. Your fucking makeup on your face don't match your neck. You think it's sexy because it makes you feel more comfortable in the skin that you're in. We've been loving women all our lives with freckles, gaps, all of that. Forever. It has never stopped the women from gaining a husband or getting a man. You don't feel sexy without that shit. And so you put the false belief and try to put the blame on men that we won't accept you without it. We like fupas, we like stretch marks, we like women that look like women. We've never turned our back on y'all. You're scrolling down Instagram and it's making you hate your life. It's making you hate your body. Accept you, and then maybe you can get a man to accept you for you. But he can't even love you the way that you want to be loved because you don't love yourself.
I took notes.
I do agree a little bit with that man. I do agree with him a little bit.
I don't. JoJo, what were you going to? Let's let JoJo, because he was going to talk from
Okay.
last time, and then we'll address this one. Go ahead, JoJo.
Well, I was going to say, and I guess the video wraps very well into it. I was going to say, if the motive is that we have a real concern about people's health who go through that stuff, and we have a real concern about the short-term and long-term health effects of that stuff, then I don't think that's the best way to do it. And maybe that's the real criticism here is I wouldn't scold women for that. I mean, I'm with the ladies on this. Perhaps, instead of telling her you don't like the fupa, kiss on it. I don't know. Or go work out with her. So you lose weight, she lose weight. Or whatever, however you got to do it. But scolding probably not the way to do it. I would agree with that.
Okay, so let me tell you the 3 things I heard. First of all, it gives them a whole headache. Sir, that's not our fucking problem. Get some Excedrin. That's first. Second, when women say, let's go back to Kevin Samuels, when we say things like, Kevin Samuels, the things that you're saying never stopped us from getting men, you then tear us down and tell us, but you don't get good men. You don't get men that love you. You don't get men that want you. But you just said it never stopped us from getting a man. But when we said that, you told us we was lying. Although I'm married. Just want to call that out. And my DMs stay popping. Here was my favorite. Y'all ready? Here's my favorite. I wrote notes because I don't lie on people. We never turned our backs on y'all. Y'all hear when he said that? We never turned our backs on y'all. But you just made that whole video.
Right.
Either way, you turned your backs because guess what? You're still talking about the person that wants to do that. You're still telling her what to do. That's none of your fucking business. And work out with her. What if I don't fucking want to work out? When you come to me, if you don't like me, don't come to me. It's just that simple. See how that works? Go to hell. Respectfully. Real fast. Work out with Mammy.
Disrespectfully.
I said that I agree with some of the stuff that he was saying.
What do you agree with, Ro? Which part?
That a lot of women do feel like they gotta wear makeup all the time and they don't like what they look without makeup.
That's true.
Just thinking the profession I work in, I'm a nurse. I don't know how women get up and be when I get to work, they be having fresh a whole face of
No,
makeup.
me neither.
Like I just be really wondering. I be asking them, what time do y'all wake up? Because
I barely made it in. And I got one eyebrow on.
Yeah, like what time do y'all get up that y'all got a whole face of makeup on every single day? I guess I'm looking like Celie because
right.
I'm coming in and making sure
but
my hair is
comfortable.
done.
But there's nothing wrong with Silly though. There's nothing wrong with Silly though.
There's nothing wrong with her, but I'm not coming in. I'm not the girl that's gonna get up and do no makeup. I barely wear makeup. So I understand. I believe that's one thing that I agree with him saying the makeup.
But
part.
the reason is why. The reason is
that's what I was just going to say. Let's talk about why they don't like the way that they look. Let's take it back to junior high school. Let's not be stupid here, okay? And I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to people.
Right.
People.
Right.
Let's be stupid. Let's not be stupid here. Listen. Let's go back to junior high school. Okay, we can go back to junior high school. How many girls got made fun of for having bad skin, acne, different things going on with their face to make them
being fat?
That's where yourself being fat. That's where yourself.
No, because I got teased all the time. I got teased.
But
that's the point, bro. You're skipping past that. You're skipping past the root, which is what it's saying.
You're one person, so not everybody could just bounce back and say, "Okay, I'm cool." Like everybody ain't built like that. So let's talk about the mass of girls that have faced this, that have been torn down. And I watched it in junior high school at Palomar's middle school. I watched niggas do this. I watched niggas call girls mad dog and ugly dog face, and talk about all the stuff on their face, create all these self-esteem problems. Their skin complexion, you too black, you black as fuck, all this other stuff. I watched this shit. So that's why you have to talk about why you don't like the way your face look, because you have been told that you're ugly and all these things are wrong with your face your entire fucking life. So when you have an opportunity to enhance your look, like that's something that just doesn't go away. When you're torn down for your developmental stage, from all your adolescent years, that's your developmental stage. So your whole developmental stage, you're told you're ugly and your self-esteem is crushed. So a lot of these women, no, they don't have a self-esteem. They don't like the way they look because they've been told.
They need to go to counseling then, because
maybe they do, but it doesn't make it right. For
you got to grow out of that.
So
I don't care what nobody
says.
That's not fair. Because but that's not the conversation. The conversation is people that say shit and they're a part of the problem. If you're going to start at the root, they didn't just wake up and say, "Here's Instagram." To Ron-Ron's point, it started younger. Now this is
I understand that. I understand what
the whole point.
Ain't that strong.
The whole point is
what Ron's saying fully, because I can't say I went through that.
Yeah,
but I
exactly.
Can't say that.
But what I'm saying is you're a woman. I think women can have these conversations amongst each other. My problem is these niggas jumping on these platforms thinking that they have a right to speak about this shit when it's y'all fault. The reason why this is happening. How y'all gonna sit here and get on platforms complaining and talking shit about women when you guys have created this? Shut up. You guys are the problem. We know what we did, like being young and immature, and then some of these dudes be doing it as adults.
Is that man married?
I wonder. Probably not.
I don't know, Rose, but you're right. That is a separate conversation. We can't be mixing conversations. That's why people get confused in our message. The topic is men, and that man said that, and you're also putting women down in your message. So yes, should we do things? We already know that we should. That can be next week's conversation. This week is holding them accountable for what they said and backing into where it started. It did not start with women. And some women don't get a fucking break. Every woman ain't that strong. The point is, how dare you call something out and you're doing it now and not contributing to fixing it, acting like it just came out of nowhere. That's what this topic is. They're wrong as hell.
And he act like every woman is walking around like that. If you simply don't like that, don't go after those women. There's plenty of other women that that don't wear makeup and do all that. Y'all don't wear it like that. There's plenty of women walking around that don't have the exaggerated makeup, that don't have the exaggerated lashes, that don't have the BBLs. Just don't go after them. Why do you got to tell somebody how they can look? That shit is crazy to me. That's psychotic to me. That's some psychotic behavior to me, to think that you got a right to tell somebody what to wear and how to look. If you don't get the fuck out of here, dude, like,
can I raise a question though? If y'all here's the thing, that's the way the brain works as well. We see it all the time that there are regular women out there. So maybe that proves the point as well. You don't see them because you don't notice them, because you're not, they're there.
You're not
That's
looking, you're not
who you
checking
paying
for them.
attention to.
You're not
That's
checking
not
for
who's
them.
on your, that part. That's not who's on your timeline.
Yep.
You're not following the girl cooking or the girl
Right.
talking about something of value. You following the one with her butt out and those things. And it's nothing wrong with it, but you're saying we don't exist. And we literally, I'm right here. Your row is right here. But you just acting like every single woman is like that. If that's not what you want on your timeline, take it off.
Right, exactly.
Because we out.
Period.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Is that point simple?
If I'm following the Ferrari and I'm not following the Toyota, but the Toyota's a home, how the Toyota gonna know that I like it? I get it. I get it.
For real.
I completely understand.
Damn Ferrari and Toyota.
I'm just
that's very true. Because that backs into what Rose said.
I can't that point. That's true.
Right. It backs into what Rose said. If we see you all the time looking at the Ferrari and making a big deal about the Ferrari, you're still asking her to act like what she sees doesn't exist. She sees that you're excited by this, but you're not excited by her. Or you're consistently trying to change her. Leave her alone. You didn't have to go for her if that's not what you wanted. That's like us getting with a man, and because he don't make the money or he didn't live up to the potential or what he thought he was going to do, you start trying to push him to that. If that's not what he want to do or he change his mind, that's not fair. It's not. And then you blame the other person. It's the blame part for me.
Right.
You gonna take accountability, man. You sitting, you done broke down lashes and all of that shit. Sir, then get somebody don't have on lashes.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
And I don't really think it's like our generation that's really over the top like that. It's the younger ones. Yeah. It's the younger ones that's really, not saying that it ain't our age that still do that, but it's
more
to
the
me,
younger
it's
ones,
really the
sure.
younger generation.
The dramatic stuff.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I agree. Because they won't wear it's sad.
I see it. And every single one of them look alike. I see one.
Right.
I see the
That's
other.
what I was thinking.
They all have the same face, different shades, the same face. It's
the younger generation. It's them.
It's the curly curls.
He shouldn't be checking for them either. He's
curls got curls.
That part
got curls.
Drake, why you checking for them? You look like you about 40, bro.
That part,
why you checking for the little ones, right? What you doing?
I can't argue that point. That's a very good point.
Bro is our age for sure.
That's right.
So why are you checking?
Elevate the ones you like. That's right. Elevate the ones you like. That's true. That's true.
Some men who try and do call their women ugly, fat, no good because they don't want them to leave them or think they are worthy. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And those two seem like the type that they probably do have a good woman at home and still making a video, or a good woman at home is still making a video like this, and she probably looking at you like, if that's how you, why don't you make a video about what I said?
Was he married? This is why I asked, was he married?
Right?
He obviously ain't married. You think his wife ain't whooping his ass if he is?
So if he's not married, he's gay, Ron. If he's not married, he's gay.
He sounds gay to me, to be real. He sounds fruity.
You sassy, y'all. I took
you sassy, bro. You sound super gay.
Headache. We give him headache, sir. We don't date you. We didn't give you no headache. We never turned our backs.
I wouldn't even follow nobody like that. Like if I heard somebody say that on my timeline, I'm gonna make sure
unfollow.
I don't see it no more. Yeah,
right.
No. What do I need to see that for?
Oh, I just looked it up for this show. Because
no. I'm just saying, if I seen that, I
right. Because it don't fit what you want.
What's the point? Like, why go out of your way to go on this rant on social media? What's the purpose of doing this, dude?
For what?
Y'all know in the comments. So here's the punchline before we move to the proposition, and then I'll say the punchline, then I'll let everybody give their closing because this is something you're passionate about. You have sisters and all of that. I looked in the comments to see if people would be saying stuff. Y'all want to know, I think these men are doing this because almost every comment, I'm going to send y'all the original, was they need to bring Kevin Samuels back. These women don't understand. I went down the line for a while trying to find something where somebody would say something. And I promise you, most of the things was speak, brother. These women don't get it. They are the problem. And I'm like, y'all really having a whole pep rally, still putting us down. Nobody's gonna defend us. Like, I think I'm gonna send it to
Even
y'all.
on stuff like that, I just keep scrolling because I know I'll argue with a nigga.
No, I was good. I was like, just for reasons
scrolling.
I do it. I do. I be like, y'all niggas sound goofy as fuck. Like,
yeah, like
I
they
know
say
people
gay. Like y'all like each other. That's why.
Like y'all misogynists. Y'all like each for
I'm
sure.
not gonna go as far as that.
I am because it seems like a lot of niggas hate women. Like if it wasn't no sex involved, they want to be around their boys more than their girls.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Trying to impress them. Why you talking about us trying to impress you? Y'all trying not y'all. They're trying to impress each other more than they girl.
You don't like women. You like men.
Okay. I wouldn't go as far as that, but I will say
because it's true. I just told you about the comment.
It's okay to give criticism, but criticism has to be constructive. I don't think this was the way to do it. I get it.
I think
this
that, like the Bible says, some stuff don't need to be said. Right. That's not
wasn't
really criticism.
That's an attack, bro.
I wouldn't criticize you, JoJo, because I'm not
telling you what you can't do.
Right.
Imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine a woman getting up there and say, "Hey, I'm tired of you niggas smoking all this weed, all these big ass cigars, getting drunk. I'm tired of y'all niggas having these Gucci belts and whoopty whoop whoop." What do we see videos like that?
Nope. But we do be thinking it sometimes, but we don't.
Yeah, of course because
we're not going. We don't want to hurt people.
Yeah. But it's always men that's always trying to like he act like every man got his shit together. Like, bro, what the fuck? We want this and that. Who gives a fuck with you? Who's we? Like, who are you talking about? Who the fuck is we? Okay. Like, why do you act like every man has to have a Queen of Sheba, nigga? Like, what are you talking about? Half these niggas ain't shit anyway. What are you talking about here? What are we really talking about here? Like, let's just keep it all the way real. Like, I know niggas are coming.
Why is always the black men too? This stuff started in Egypt, and Egypt is still Africa, but it started there with the lighter color. It started in Europe. It started in Brazil. Why now? Because black women can't afford it and doing it now it's a big deal. It's been around forever. I literally put up the corset where women's bodies were being smushed to not being okay. And it's, why don't you call that out? That's what our bodies look like because of a corset. We've been being told since the beginning of time to reshape your body because you needed to be prepared for your suitor and things like that. So don't act like this just came about, but it's always that's why we feel attacked more, because it be our men saying it. You don't see white men doing this stuff. You don't see Asian men doing this stuff. And here's the kicker. The motherfucker probably date a white woman that do all of this stuff. It could be any of those things, but you don't like us. So since you don't like us, don't pay attention to us. Don't say nothing about us. You could do that too. Leave us alone. That's my comment. Last comment. Leave us alone.
On top of that, and it's crazy how a lot of these attacks are pointed towards black women, because as much as I love Kim and them, but let's keep it all the way real. A lot of the shit that Kim and them do and their style and stuff, if black women did that shit, they're called ghetto, they're called trashy, they're called slutty, they call all these different words. But because they do it, it's cool and everybody want to copy them. Let's act like that. That's not a problem here. That's a problem here. Black women are always attacked for something. It's ghetto, it's trashy, it's classy, it's whore when a black woman do it. But look at how they praise Kim. All the rappers praise Kim before everybody start running through her. Like Kim, fat ass like Kim Kardashian, fat ass like J-Lo. All these other race women, they praise in these songs. You feel me? But when a black woman do it, it's always a problem. It's ghetto, like that shit is crazy. The self-hate runs deep. That's where this comes from. The self-hate runs fucking deep. And like I said, I don't care about people dating outside their race. But the fact that black men have so much, they go out of their way and they have so much disdain to black women. They express this shit. Like, you can like a white woman, but why you gotta express hate to the black woman? Why you
Right.
gotta put down the black woman in the process? You can like a white woman, but you ain't gotta talk. Bro, I hear it all the time. Oh yeah, we over here because they know how to shut the fuck up. They know how to submit. They know how to treat a nigga. They ain't loud. They ain't ghetto. They ain't trap. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about here? Do you have a fucking mom? Do you have anybody in your life who fucking pissed in your cereal, dog? Like, what? All these sassy ass men, I can't do it, man. It's 2025. I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck. I don't
And they
give a fuck.
they just don't get told on. Now the Safari has told on Erica Mena. What do you guys have to
What does
say?
Safari do?
Oh, Erica Mena acts a fool. She been acting a fool, and we've been knowing that. But he decided to actually put it out. She done pulled up ladders, jumped over his yard with the kid standing right there, acting a fool on the way out the door, throwing stuff, doing hitting him while he on the phone calling the police. All the stuff that those of you that have a black brother, you know that these things do occur, so we'd be even more offended. Yeah, we fussed at you because you fucking up. They do different stuff for different reasons. Don't act like everybody don't have their thing, but what we don't do is try to harm you. So let's keep it a buck. No, he just did a whole video because he's at the point where, like y'all don't do, you don't speak up, and then something will happen, and he'll be the one in trouble when he had footage of her cutting up on several occasions.
And what, sis, the crazy part about that is, like I said, they talk and trash with black women for all these things. We knew Erica was about that. He knew she was crazy. Look at how she acted on the previous shows, always trying to fight somebody, always acting crazy. Erica was crazy. He still gave her a chance. He still got with her.
Well, she was saying,
first baby daddy and everything.
Yeah, she was saying that he pursued her for 3 years, but everybody was like, "Well, you didn't have to say yeah. You could have kept letting them keep trying to go after you." My thing is, I'm happy that he put it out because she made it seem like he a deadbeat dad and everything, and he don't never say nothing. So for him to put these videos out and then say that he don't never come get his kids, but now you saying that he physically abused his son. Why would you want somebody that physically abused your son to come get him? Yeah. Make that make sense.
I don't feel sorry for him. That's what you get, nigga. Shit. That's
and that's what a lot of people was saying.
Like, y'all didn't have to.
Nigga, you saw how crazy that non-black woman was, and you chose to go ahead and get it.
You crazy. Both of them that need. Girl.
I ain't defending either.
I wish they
would
quit showing them. We don't even need to.
Saying as a nigga.
I'm just saying from the point of the kids was there, y'all. The kids was in every single video where she was acting like that. From the standpoint with them two, that's dick and pussy business. That ain't none of my business because y'all was still boning and everything. No, the videos that's out, brother, the kids was right there. They're 4 and 3. They're right there. That's the part where I'm saying, Erica, you have lost your mind. If that was a man, he'd be in jail right now. That's not okay with the kids there. Other than that, and keep your hands to yourself. But you knew she was the type of bitch that would jump a fence if you don't want to.
You chose to have kids with this crazy ass bitch. And I don't like calling women bitches like that. I really don't. But you chose to have babies with her. And now you're going to complain? What, bro? What is... Nigga, lay in your bed. Lay in your bed. Lay in your bed. You saw how crazy this girl was, and you still put 2 babies in her. Goofy as fuck. Like, come on, like goofy. You're lucky your kids are at the age. Well, likely they probably won't remember that at 4 and 3. Likely they probably won't remember that. But you being there still, having kids with this woman, and you're still there, and you're not a young man. How old is Safari?
He's older. No, they're not together anymore. She came over to his house.
I'm saying, even when they were,
but they just stopped boning.
He wasn't young.
He gotta be around. I think he gotta be around our age.
That's what I'm saying. Too. He was at least 30 or something when they went start. Like, he wasn't no young man. You can't use the excuse of being young and dumb. You were a seasoned older man.
Everything she did to the baby daddy. That's why the son is with him. She put her hands on him. She fought on TV all the time.
Yep. And you
43. He's 43.
That's
Oh,
what
so
I'm
he is
saying.
around our age. Yep.
Goofy,
I thought so.
I
goofy.
thought he was because he was with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is older than us. But
Right.
I knew
Oh,
that he had to be
Yes.
around our
he's older
age.
than
That's what I'm
us.
saying. He's a goofy. It's
Mhm.
on his you're goofy as fuck if you 30-something years old having babies with a crazy bitch. You're goofy as fuck. That's on you. What you can't expect nothing else of that. And this is evidence of seeing her crazy, evidence of seeing her crash out on TV trying to fight everybody and pouring drinks on everybody and you have dating Sin at the same time trying to beat
Rich
Sin
Dollaz.
up. Like
Girl.
this
Oh,
girl was crazy as hell. I wouldn't touch
mhm.
Erica with a 20-foot pole. I don't give a come on, bro. I'll be
She
scared she
needs
gonna kill a
help.
nigga.
And
I
she
think
30
that's what
and
he's scared of
Erica
right now, really,
and
actually.
Erica is 36. So he 43 and she 36.
She
Goofy.
been a mom for 16 years, so you
Exactly.
fuck the girl up. At that point,
Exactly.
age don't matter. You should have wanted to do more for your son, girl. Like,
Exactly.
and your babies is right there, but I don't know. I think that's you wanted the one with the perfect body and that light skin, and that you wanted the exotic one. You didn't want the one
Her
that looked
body.
like the mother and the sister that you love. What he think.
What
I
he
mean,
thought. What he thought. Right.
yeah, like I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You Safari, bro. You could have had any, bro, and you
Any
chose to go get.
woman. He's
Come on,
so
bro.
handsome,
Come on,
beautiful
bro.
skin,
Come
smile.
on.
Mhm.
You rich. I mean, you could have. Come on. You chose to go put babies in the crazy one. Okay, make it make sense. And then, oh man, she's so crazy. She jumping over table, nigga. She been jumping over tables.
I think he's scared now, though.
You should have been
But
scared.
he wasn't gonna put it out. Erica kept on saying stuff about Safari.
Yeah,
These past couple of days, she just been on it. And
yeah.
then he was just like, probably enough is enough. Like, nah, I'm about to put you on blast now. Cause he don't ever say nothing.
He
He
don't.
just let her
And he
talk.
shouldn't. You know, bro, you ain't gotta argue with no fool. You ain't gotta say you
I
could
think
let a
he
fool
just got
talk to
tired. You know,
themselves.
after a while, people get tired and be like, I'm tired. So let me just put this out on the table so everybody can see. And once he put that video out, she deactivated her account.
She deactivated. I was wondering why she wasn't it. Ooh, don't hide now. See, you thought that. See, they depend on y'all too. It's very interesting how much people they exploit our weakness, if you will. You know that we are a loving person, we're a forgiving person. We choose to try to keep things under wraps. We do protect each other far more than we should. And you didn't think that that man was ever going to say anything because you thought that our loyalty runs that deep. We are not slaves anymore. No matter what kind of monkey you try to call us, Erica Mena, you couldn't have possibly. I think it's something psychologically wrong with her. You were just held accountable for doing that to Spice to the highest level. You lost your job, everything. Now, what kind of brain do you have to do so much damage to the father of your children that he's losing bookings? You lost your job. You don't want him to make more money so that you could get more money for your kids. You trying to take him out. What are you, jealous? That don't make no sense. That's not a good mom, y'all. I don't take that back. You can't love your kids and hurt them. That's hurting them. Hello. Oh, Jesus. Well, let me tell you what else is hurting this child. Prop 33. Well, let me show you what Scarface said because he agrees with this. So let me show you really quick. And then I'll show you the proposition. Take a shot. Woosah. Bring it on down. Dear Black women, you're so pretty.
You was running for governor or with city council or some shit. I was still saying Scarface face mom. I'm sorry. Was I supposed to
made it to the runoff with that shit. I made it to the runoff.
You made it to the runoff.
Yeah, man, and I beat that lady, but they fucking cheated me with the fucking ballot harvesting, man.
What the hell is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's like when people just sign people names and mail that shit in.
Dead folks in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what made you run for city council?
Man, cause ain't nobody doing shit.
Wow.
You know, everybody see what's happening, man, and they talking about what's happening, but ain't nobody doing shit, man. We steady marching. I ain't trying to march no more. We not gonna change, you know, legislation, and we ain't gonna amend the laws that's already in place. Don't make no new laws.
Right.
In the trenches.
You know, fix the old laws that they already got in fucking place, bro. Fix that shit first.
Right.
And then start coming up with some new shit.
So aspirations for more?
I'm definitely gonna jump into politics, man, because I'm tired of the ass kissing. We got all these get along ass politicians, man, and I don't want to be a part of that, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm going to be totally opposite. I'm going to be against all that shit. What's in it for the black people?
Word.
You know what I mean? What's in it for the brown people? What's in it for us? Like, everybody else getting it. Why don't let me have it now?
Right.
My fucking turn, bro.
Yeah. I love that.
So I agree. Every prop that we've been breaking down, Ro and I'd be like, we could see this, but only if this. That is very true. Why won't they go back and fix the laws that are already there? Because that's what's wrong. Just adding more layers. Because Prop 33, that's the one for rent control. Rent control can go up 5% every year. Let's just talk about that, right? Let's talk about the going back and fixing things. If it can go up 5% every year, the average raise, if you are in the, what do they call it? Excellent or whatever, is 3%. They can do 5% plus cost of living. We already aren't keeping up. Because if you take the whole 3% that we get, how are we keeping up with the other things? That doesn't even make any sense there, just from that figure alone. So I guess we could vote on it, and I'll play what it is in a minute. But even in voting on it, I don't agree with the 5% because a person doesn't get 5% raise a year alone.
No.
And that's before taxes, even if you do get the 5%.
But they blame it on property taxes going up every year. That's what they blaming it on. That's the reason why they make it the rent go up like that. Even I guess it depends on where you work at. I mean, not work at. It depends on where you live at too. Because one of my friends, she bought a house probably like 4 years ago in the Fontana area, like off Sierra. Off the 15 though, that Sierra over there.
Okay.
And she said that she almost can't pay her mortgage no more. She was like, because her property taxes keep going up because they building around her house. Now they're building more new properties, and it's making her property taxes go up. So that's what I'm saying. They need to fix that because it's like y'all making everything going up, but we're not getting paid anymore. But y'all expect us to still pay it.
It's that new property tax I was telling you. Remember when we was on your show and I was trying to say, no, it's not even just the house you're looking at. It's the tax, to your point, if they're building around you. So it's all supposed to be for roads and schools and stuff, but those things are already there and they have their own property tax. So how are you getting a property tax from them when they come in? You raising our property tax. So the mortgage I agreed to, I'm not locked into. You can change it. So why would I want to be a homeowner right now where you could push me over the top? I can't afford it and I lose it because you could keep imposing taxes on us. I agree with you. So there's a prop for the taxes as well. But I couldn't understand it all the way. It's very complicated because it includes property and infrastructure. If we vote for it, the infrastructure part is the problem because if you give them the money, they could take it and put it on fire department, this bill, they could do it before it hits the housing that's needed. But let's take a listen to Prop 33. I will try my best to understand the other proposition about taxes because it directly impacts this one. And some propositions, y'all, they impact the other one too. Okay, let's listen to the one for Prop 33 and rent control in California, which ain't in control.
Prop 33 is the latest attempt to expand rent control in California. If Prop 33 passes, it would repeal what's called the Costa-Hawkins Act. That's a state law that restricts city and county governments from enacting certain rent control ordinances. Under Costa-Hawkins, local governments can't impose rent controls on single-family homes, any housing built since February of 1995, or the price of rent for new renters moving in. If Prop 33 passes, all three of these limits disappear. Local governments could decide whether they want to enact tougher rent controls or not. If they do enact more rent control measures, that could lower rents and allow people to move homes less often. But state analysts point out some landlords may decide to sell their investment properties, leading to fewer homes available for rent, which is a drag on the market. It could also drag down the home values of rental properties, slightly reducing the property taxes paid to local governments and public schools. The backers of Prop 33 tried before to do this exact same thing back in 2018. It failed, with 59% of voters saying no. Voters also rejected another less intensive rent control expansion in 2020 by a similar margin. A yes vote on Prop 33 allows local governments to impose more kinds of rent control. A no vote keeps rent control restrictions the way they are now, handing the proponents their third defeat.
I have a question. If anybody knows, if this proposition they're throwing in there that if you don't vote the right way, it will decrease the money going to governments and schools. How much money are these schools getting? Because almost every proposition is saying money about schools, but then one proposition itself is saying it needs to go through to do stuff for schools, like go in and fix the schools in
We have to understand this about government funding. It's no different than how nonprofits are ran. So we all know people with or organizations, nonprofit organizations. What do nonprofit organizations do? Mm-hmm. They have a lot of people working for them that's related to them, or they know. So they're able to use these funds basically how they want to use these funds. So the same thing when these schools and when all these get all this government funding, why are we 100% sure that they're using these funds the right way? How do we know that they're not sending these funds to their families and making these funds disappear and go somewhere else? Like, come on, let's get real here. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a stack here. Like, come on, like they're not being honest about what our government and our country has not been honest about shit from the beginning. So why do we think it's remotely possible that they're being honest about shit right now? Like, no, right. These funds are being used otherwise. And on top of that, all the property taxes going up. I'm sitting here listening, and to me, it sounds like gentrification.
Yes,
it sounds like
it is
gentrification. They want to push. He said, "What are we doing for blacks?" I forgot the gentleman's name that was on Nori podcast, the Drink Chaps. So bro, it's not. This ain't designed for us, bro. They are trying to push us the fuck up out of here. Mm-hmm. They know the mass. I'm not in black people who are successful and who are got their shit together. I'm not talking about y'all. I know there's some of us that do, but the mass of us, by the numbers, don't. So they want to push us all the way the fuck up out of here. Get us out of California. California is a coveted state. The perfect weather, the perfect climate. It has the beaches. It has all the glitz, the glamour, and glare. It's a great state. They don't want us fucking here. Mm-hmm. Why do you think so many of us are packing up and moving to Texas and moving to fucking Oklahoma and out of state and somewhere? They don't want us here. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like gentrification is taking place. Of course, we can't pay our property taxes and can't pay our mortgages. We don't make enough fucking money for it, and they know that. So they're pushing us the fuck up out of here. Go look at Inglewood. Go look at Inglewood and tell me what the fuck you see.
I already been there, and it
don't even look the same.
It does.
Surprisingly, go to Compton. I was just in Compton. I was like, and it still got parts, but I'm like, damn. This wasn't over. Like the shit. No. Is gentrification, and they doing it all in all these cities. So they pushing us the fuck up out of here, and no one's gonna go for that. Who the fuck is gonna go for yes on that shit? Besides you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's a sick game. It's political shit. It's so sick. It give now black men that's over here ranting about what give them a headache, nigga. This should give you a headache.
That part. Because
Why
the
is
house you thought you owned, when you said, "Hey, everybody, I'm a homeowner," and the rest of
right,
us said, "No, you a home borrower," because until you burn that paper, you don't own that home. And here's the
that
part
part?
that's even worse: if you burn that paper and you own that home, because they keep putting all these taxes on us, and if you can't afford to pay your taxes, they can
Taxes.
still take
Yep.
your
Right.
house. And they took it, and everything you put into that house is gone, and they finna resell it and make all this money. How
That
is
part.
that is so criminal and
That
God,
part.
that is
That part.
horrible. And it is true. It is
And
true. And these taxes aren't how on my contract for my home does it say I agree to these things, but because something happens now you can stick something else on there. Isn't a contract a contract? When we buy our cars, nothing changes about that car. How can it change about your property? That's your dwelling, what you agreed to. If 10 years from now, mine is still $500, well, I agreed to $500. So why are you mad at me because I'm benefiting off of my investment from then? Because a home is a gamble. But you really want to push these people out that signed up for what they could afford. I signed up because I'm a teacher. This is what I could
mm-hmm,
afford. You are now
mm-hmm,
making this so that 3 people need to live here
mm-hmm.
that are all electricians and make 100,000 a year.
Right.
Sign up for that. And if
To
not,
one crib.
now I'm pushed back into the world where rent is extremely expensive. I lose
Mm-hmm.
everything. I lost every dime, and you don't expect me to be. Listen, if y'all not doing what you're supposed to be doing with the money you already getting for these schools, which we can clearly see you fucking not, because you get money
Facts.
from lotto, you get money from taxes already. You now have another tax imposed, the one that Rose talking about. How much more money do you need to paint? What have a
Right.
tax for humanities go in and paint. My nonprofit goes in and helps. Delta go in and help schools. Nonprofits also get a lot of things for free. And schools
Mm-hmm.
are a part of that. So then what are you doing with the money? Y'all don't do field trips like you used to. You don't do after school. You don't do sports. You don't do home. You don't do none of these things.
How,
So
how
If
what
about
they
are
do,
this?
and
How
if
about
they do,
this?
the parents have to pay for it. Every field
So
trip that my son goes on, I have to
you
pay
got to
for
pay
it.
for it.
When school starts, they have a whole list of supplies that each child has
Yes.
to bring
Yes.
to
All the way up to
school,
high
and
school.
it's not just one time; it's multiple times a year.
All the way up to high school. Yes. So why can we start publicizing allocation reports? Can we see where funds is allocated? Can we see this stuff?
if you go to
Why?
the school district, it's there. It is
So
completely
so
visible. Here's the
so
problem. I
so
don't believe it. They're lying.
it's not that's not for the true ones. I'm not talking about what they put out. I'm talking
Um,
about can we have somebody on the inside that's going to show us
audit.
the authentic
They don't
fucking
get audited
allocation
enough.
reports? That's what
That,
I'm
that
saying.
put a
Can we?
law in place for that they have to get audited every year by an outside agency. Let's start putting some coverings over these things, because how in California are any of our schools having a problem? And every time we turn around, it's a charter school, it's this kind of
Man,
school, all of this stuff. That doesn't make sense when we have 5 or 6 different lottos alone that are here. We
right.
have people making more money. I know what my check looked like. It looked like I own the city,
Mm.
meaning not my house, the city. Because when I walk into a building, I clearly must have paid for that because I didn't get the money.
Right.
What's the problem? And I don't not pay taxes because I didn't birth no kids. I still pay taxes. So again, you're getting all of this money. Now, when we went to school, we didn't pay for field trips, right? We just brought our
Our
lunch, right?
our what is it? Sign thing from our parent.
Parent permission
Yeah.
slip.
Yeah, our permission slip. We bought our permission slip, and that was it. And sometimes we didn't even have to bring lunch. They had lunch for us. We didn't
So
really have to
how
bring
is this
lunch.
okay?
We didn't have
because
to bring lunch or nothing. We just brought our permission slip, and that was it. We didn't
because
have
some,
to do all this stuff that they do now.
someone stepped into the organization and figured out a way to finesse and secretly reallocate funds elsewhere, and to where they're not getting caught. They figured out how to do it. It's evident. It's plain, and even
It's
the
going to
whole.
them because it ain't even going to the teachers. I wouldn't
That's what
even
I'm
be
saying.
mad if they made it go to the teachers
Teachers,
and the
yeah.
parents had to do it. I wouldn't even be mad at that, but it ain't even going to the teachers.
I mean, it's so sick because even just the whole tax game, just that really gives me a headache, because the taxes that we pay, what the fuck are we funding? Does anybody know? It's a track. J. Cole, he got a song called Brackets. He break that shit down beautifully on there. How, you know what I'm saying? Like how you getting taxed all this. Yeah, brackets. It's called brackets. And he's talking about, being in certain tax brackets. So he's talking about, him being getting his first $1 million check and realizing Uncle Sam was asking for half of the shit. And and after that little interlude, he goes in like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2018. Let me pick the things I'm funding with an app on my screen. Like he breaks his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to that song though, but like, it's very true what he's saying in there. Like, we're paying all these taxes, and what the fuck are we funding? Why can't we choose? Why can't we as a community, as a group, choose what the fuck we fund? Why we gotta fund what the government tell us to fund? Because where the fuck is this shit going? And that's why the funds are being lost, because we don't know where all this money is going. No one is holding them accountable. Who's going to hold them accountable? Who's going to hold the accountable? Like, who is going to put their nose in there and reach and see what these motherfuckers is doing? That's
and
the
by
whole
then
thing.
it's too late because you passed the law. Just like the other one is for build more affordable housing, and they're showing to make you feel bad. All these houses are sitting here in these neighborhoods waiting to put families in it because we don't have enough, and these are going to be affordable housing, but it's still sitting here. But then you show Habitat for Humanity's with them. Habitat for Humanity's build whole houses. So why is it still sitting there? But then they partner with saying, oh, it's for infrastructure. But they spend most of the time talking about the poor people who need somewhere to live and homelessness. When truly, if that is passed, we don't get to say once it goes in that bucket where they allocate the most money. They can put it in infrastructure, the building you sitting in because you want to redo your stupid ass office, something like that. You should be in a cubicle in a portable thing, the ones they used to have outside of school. If you truly care, you wouldn't care if you was in that doing your job. You would care more about the classroom, not having books. I adopt a classroom. You have to buy their paper too. The teacher, I was like, when she gave me the list, I was like, paper. I was like,
girl, you gotta buy the teacher's
Kleenex, first aid kit, everything. I was like, did you say paper? You can't give them homework because you have to make your own copy.
They need copy and paper. That's what it says. It says on their copy and paper, like you said, Kleenex, Clorox wipes.
To know this shit is evident.
Everything.
It's everything on there. And like I said, it's multiple times a year. It's not just at the beginning of the year. And every child has to bring this. So that's what I don't understand either. Like, how do y'all need this multiple times if each child has to bring all this?
If we gonna sit up here and so I used to go to this one church, and no, I'm just gonna fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Church, it was Life in Riverside. Okay, it was a church called Life Riverside.
My sister went to Life. She used to go to Life.
The preacher was on Real Preachers in LA and everything. And I used to like Pastor Ron Gibson. I love the way the man preached. With that being said, this next point I'm about to make. I first went to this man's church in 2004, I want to say. And I remember he always before offering, he would have this big ass presentation talking about a $40 million church that they were building. Now, come on, guys, getting everybody excited about offering because we're building this $40 million church. Don't be stingy with God. Give the money so we can build a community. Look, we're going to have conference rooms, this and that, and this and that, a big PowerPoint presentation. And at first, being young, I'm like, oh, damn, okay, yeah. 12 years later, he's telling us where it's going to be built across the street. We're hearing the same speech and no progress being made on a development. So if you in that church itself, like that man got so much bread coming into that church. He used to brag about buying his wife a new car when she a new Bugatti or whatever the fuck he bought her when she wrecked the first one. So you see preachers, and not just him, you see preachers that take this money and do whatever the fuck they want with it. Now, if y'all think that preachers are the only ones that's doing this shit, government and people with way more money, you don't think they doing this same shit? Like, come on, y'all, wake up. If preachers is doing this shit with a little bit of bread like that, imagine what they doing with billions and trillions of dollars. Come on, they setting their families up. They doing all type of fuck shit with this money, and we're suffering for it because we on the bottom and we can't do nothing about it but talk shit. That's how it was designed. The shit is designed this way. And it's gonna stay that way until somebody take out the big bad wolf.
And go back and redesign how the shit was
And
written to
redesign
begin with.
that part. Redesign the shit. Tear it down and redesign it. That's the only way. Otherwise, it's gonna remain like this. Because that's the way it was fucking made.
All right, if I can, I spoke to a financial person a while back, trying to understand everything. And this is what they told me. They told me that the reason why it's done like this, interest rates go up and index go up, but the salaries don't go up as much. In their philosophy, it's that when you drive the price up and you increase the income, but not to the rate to which the taxes or other services go up, is to drive progress. If you think about it, there was a point of time where rent became so high, people started to use Airbnb. The philosophy is when you drive the price up of things and the incomes don't match, it forces people to come up with new ideas that Ron said earlier that they can get taxes on. And if you can get tax on it, that's more for them. So then I ask, what about the people who are not able to overcome that deficit? And the person I spoke to literally just shrugged their shoulders like that.
So fuck them.
So it's a philosophy. It's a philosophy. It's something that they're doing because they understand it's a way to fatten their pockets. But people have real lives, people have real lives and it affects them in a real way. People commit suicide over that stuff. People divorce over that stuff. People move over that stuff. Yes, people create new ideas. Like I said, the Airbnb philosophy came out of that. That's to give you one example. But there are a lot of people who are not going to be able to have that opportunity. So it's a real thing. It's a real thing for them to make money. Absolutely.
Well, guys, do your research on Prop 33. And I will tell you this. If you go to what is it, like the meetings that they have for the school district, if you live in that community, you can go to those meetings. You can go and ask those hard questions. You can, if you are studying law, I would ask you to stop focusing on laws like can somebody wear dreads when that's already covered in non-discrimination. I mean, it's already covered. If you want to make a real big impact, why don't you make an impact by tackling something that will actually move us forward? Yes, it's hard work, but it will matter. Do your job. You signed up to do it. And if you have a passion for it, please do it. If you don't have a passion for it, get one. Because our job is to carry the torch of our ancestors. They did not fight for stupid things. We are not supposed to be marching anymore. The reason why they marched is to get the message out. We don't need to march anymore. It doesn't matter if 100 million of us show up. Did you each show up with $1? Is that going somewhere? Are you controlling where that money is going? Are you volunteering in a school? Are you showing up? Now it's feet to the ground in a different way. Marching don't matter no more. Showing up for a gathering don't matter no more. You actually need to do something. That is my caveat. That is my last thing I have to say. Vote however you want. But this shit makes you almost not want to vote on some of these because most of them are you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. And unfortunately, this one is because we don't get a 5% raise every year. And that's not the only thing that goes up. Food doubled. That means 100% increase. Light bill, all of that. That's not our only bill. Everybody can't just move out of the state.
Right.
You can't. That's not even fair.
That's not fair.
That's the only thing I have to say about it. We do need to discuss it because it's hard, but I need you to understand something they're not telling is it's already not good. Even the control, it's not good. So we need to start holding people accountable. Any closing? Well, not any closing remarks. Brother, can you close out the show?
Yes, I will. So, people, like she said, do your due diligence with all these things. But us, we got to figure out how to fix us for this next generation. We're already 40 in our 40s and everything, and we have plenty of life to live still. But we want to try to change shit for the next generation, just like our ancestors and the previous people did for us. We got to stop being scary and start trying to do something to try to change this for the next generation, or they're gonna be cooked. So everybody do your due diligence, do your research, read. Why don't nobody read anymore? Read and gain knowledge, and come back next week. Like she said, do the research for Prop 33. Come back next week. We probably gonna be talking about these type of things because it is election in the next 4 weeks. So come back. We got to politic. We got to get involved with this shit and try to make change for the new generation. So come back and holler at us next week. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.
Night.